And so trying to hear that, you know what I mean? And then like wanting to please your parents and do all that kind of stuff. Then I was like, then I'm making a mistake. And I didn't even trust my own decision. You know what I mean? And what I felt. So then I was like, June, I'm sorry. Not even 2 months. It was like a month. A month before. Yeah, a month into our marriage. We hit just a rock bottom. Like, forget the honeymoon stage.
Never had that.
We never had that. Forget, you know, the celebration of your marriage or you being happy that you are together. It's like one thing after the other, after the other, and after the other. And that's what it literally felt like. And I'm sorry if I get emotional, but it was really tough. Like, it was so tough. From one day to the other, everything that you had, you know, built and planned and even dreamed of was just, it just seemed like it was just out the window. And then it's like, you know, from one second to the other, it's like, who are you? You know? And then you feel like you're living with a stranger because you know, find out about skeletons in the closet, you know, that were never really addressed. And you felt like, or at least I felt like I was, I had bought into a lie. And so the last, you know, 3 years of our relationship, which was dating, you know, and now like the first month of marriage, you know, it was like, oh wow, it was all fake. Or so I thought, you know, that's just what the thoughts, you know, kind of come up to your mind.
No one could ever imagine within the first month this. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, what are people gonna say? You know, like, what are you gonna do? You know, and like, we were separated. Like, in the first month of our marriage, we were separated. And like, I didn't hear from you, not a single word for like 2 weeks, you know, 2 weeks.
Everything that I had, you know, done with my family, you know, to give him his space and, you know, to vouch for him and to do all of these different things, you know, then you know, the enemy uses that and you begin to, the things that start coming to your mind, it's like, see, like, they were right. You know what I mean? They were right. They tried to warn you, but you didn't listen. You know, they tried to tell you, you know, to stay away and to not go there, not to do that. But, you know, here we are, you know?
Yeah, it was tough because all these memories start to flash before you. It's like, man, like, she really, you know, gave me my place. She fought for me, you know, and like I don't think like people understand like the, you know, like when we talk to people, like understand like the severity of how it was like in your own household, like you know, with certain members of your family. And it was just like, you did all that for me, and it's like, dang, for this to happen. And it's just like, wow, I'm like, man, you're an idiot, you know, you just lost all of this, you know. And so you know, it was tough because it was like, man, I broke your heart. And to see that pain, you know what I'm saying, to see, you know, how broken you are, to see your eyes and to see you leave, like, it shattered everything. Like, it like, I was hurt, you know. And then like your sisters, you know, it's because it's like, you know, I never had a sister, you know, they never really had brothers. And so like them looking up to me so much. And now it's like, man,
he's just like everyone else.
He's just like every other guy, you know. And at the time with I think Kathy, you know, being like 16, you know, and it's like, man, like, she looked up to me a lot, in that moment. So it's just like, man, like he's just like everyone else, and it's like all hope is like lost, like for men having integrity and things like that. And so for me, that really hurt as well, because it's like I just wanted to talk, and like me just being the fixer that I am, I just wanted to fix this and you know, have everything go away. And it was like, no, like it's not gonna be like that this time around. This is gonna take some time, you know, and this is gonna take some, you know, some serious amount of work and effort. And at first you weren't up for it, you know. I remember even when we first started communicating again, like it still took you another 2 weeks before you moved back in, you know. And so when you did, I was like, okay, like with prayer and things like that, it was like, all right, she's back in the home. Like now we could work on this. But man, it was really
like I was on the fence. You know, you don't have to decide whether to end it. You don't have to decide whether to go full force and trust them. Like you don't. It's okay to be on the fence. Why? Because there has to be actions that prove that there has been change. You know, there's things that have to happen. There's things that you have to visually see. You know, their devotion to God. You know, are they really taking care of themselves? Like, you know, is he going to counseling? You know, and really dealing with these things in the closet. You know, because all of that is so important, because it can all be words. You know, for anyone, it can all be words just to get you back to where you guys were at.